Right, let me tell you about my run-ins with Boris Johnson, Susanna Reid, Lorraine Kelly and Camilla Tominey. The main characters in this particular little drama that descended for me into ignominy and opprobrium and finally being drummed out of the Brownies is this. On the 3rd of May last year, Good Morning Britain have been trying for 5 years to get Boris Johnson to do an interview, and they finally achieved a scoop, and Susanna Reid went to number 10 Downing Street for a Good Morning Britain exclusive, interviewing the Prime Minister, who was in the poo a little bit, and she had some pretty tough questions for him. Anyway, at the end of the interview, which overran Lorraine Kelly's show, which follows Good Morning Britain, Susanna Reid wound up the interview with Boris by saying, we're going to have to finish now, Boris, because we've got to go over to Lorraine, which sounded a bit like he was going too. And Boris Johnson said, who's Lorraine? Obviously, he didn't pick up on the fact that it was Lorraine Kelly. Never mind. Time passes, and I happen to be on the internet looking at Twitter, and Camilla Tominey had put a piece up saying Boris Johnson will probably lose 10,000 votes in the upcoming general election, which was happening a few days hence, rather like we are with our local elections, funnily enough, similar pattern. Because he doesn't know who Lorraine Kelly is. So I put a tweet up saying, au contraire, old love, I think that not knowing who Lorraine Kelly is will probably get him 20,000, maybe 30,000 more votes, because the only people who watch Lorraine Kelly, in my opinion, and it is my opinion, are the unemployed and the feckless, which is an opinion, not trolling anybody. That's what I think. I think her programme's pants, but there we are. Time passes, and within an hour, Lorraine Kelly's come back onto Twitter saying, how dare you talk about my audience like that? They're lovely people. Probably right, maybe they are. You can castigate me all you want, but don't you dare insult my audience. Right. And my mate Gal phoned me up and said, here, mate, you're trending on Twitter. So I went, what does that mean? And he told me, so I had a look, and sure enough, there were about 10 million people all piling in, wanting to give me a kicking, which was quite funny, I thought, but there we are. Later on, there are headlines in The Independent and the Daily Mirror saying, this vile troll, this horrible man. Me, I know. Well, there we are. So that's the story of that. I quite rightly text back to Twitter, twittered back. Is that what you do? I don't know. I'm not on it anymore. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I sent a tweet back, that's it, that's the word you need, saying, she said, because she had said to me, how dare you? I said, well, I do dare, because, you know, I think your programme's drivel. You know, it's just nonsense. And then I got a tweet from Anne Hegarty, she of the Chase, Anne Hegarty the Chaser, saying, well, what about people in the NHS and what about people who work nights? I said, well, they've got an off button, haven't they? You know, they don't have to watch that. I mean, it's absolute rubbish. So I said, in any case, I said, I'd like to come on your programme because I reckon I can beat you. So she went, well, you just have to apply in the normal way. So I did. I didn't hear anything back. And I got something ready and prepared for Mr. Bradley Walsh, and I'll tell you about that another time. Anyway, time passes, and within a week, I'd been kicked off Twitter. I'd been drummed out of the Brownies, and overstating an opinion. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I was giving my opinion, which I think is fair enough, isn't it? Like to give your opinion. It doesn't make me a troll. You know, trolling is saying things with the specific intent of causing offence. I wasn't deliberately being offensive. I was merely stating my opinion. However, it would appear to the untrained eye, being me, that maybe the Daily Mirror and the Independent were being trolls because they hadn't investigated it. Nobody had spoken to me, and yet they were happy to be abusive to me. Totally unfounded. I reckon they're trolls. I wonder if they'd like to comment back. I doubt that they will. They never do. They've got lawyers. Timorous little people, aren't they? Never mind. Anyway, that's that. I'll come back and tell you about Bradley Walsh some other time. But it was fun. And I might even tell you about my cock. Later.